Hey, Luke, just in preparation for today, you guys playing for the third time in 4 nights. They're coming off the front end of a back-to-back. How much of a test will this be just from that aspect of, obviously wanting to push the pace against a team that had to travel last night, and then you guys playing for the third time in 4th night?
Yeah, it's a test for sure. And, early in the season, while guys are still, getting to the level of conditioning we need to get to, that's going to be a mental test just as much as a physical test. And, we've talked a lot about, getting out and running consistently and, through the preseason and whatnot. And that's part of our game that we still have to get much better at. But yeah, it'll be one of our main points tonight. We know they played last night. We know that they had to get on a plane and fly and all of that. So we have to do everything we can to defensively get stops, rebound the ball, and try to push the ball down court quickly.
James, yeah.
Hey, Luke, how are you?
Good, James. You?
Good. Hey, the last time you played these guys, I mean, it's less than a week ago, but they got you guys in foul trouble pretty quickly, especially your bigs. How do you avoid that? How do you, I know Jokic is so incredibly tough, but how do you get your guys to just sort of calm down and let the game come to them a little bit?
Yeah, well, he's a tough matchup because he's extremely talented. He's a very intelligent player. So, he's looking to draw fouls, every time somebody's guarding him, and he's good at drawing them. So, it's one of those things. We talked about it with the bigs a little bit today, just, reminding them the rules as he as soon as he faces you up, you got to get arms and hands out of there. He does a nice job of kind of forcing you from a post defensive position into a face up defensive position where the rules change. And then he sells the fouls really well. And, it's, a good thing for us. We have, multiple bigs that we have confidence in. So if we are in foul trouble, we have other guys that can come in and hopefully help get the job done. He's one of those special players that you just got to try to make life, hard on him and understand he's still going to have a big time impact on the game. But I'd much rather have our guys in foul trouble and fouling out than not putting pressure on him. I think you saw last night in that Houston game, when he doesn't feel you at all, that he's going to get a good shot for his team every single play. So we definitely don't want to foul that much, James, but we got to be aggressive still defensively on him and look to put some pressure into him.
All right, we'll go back to James, yeah.
Hey, Luke, you guys haven't really had your breakout offensive game yet. Is there something you're seeing with spacing, and is it just making adjustments that you guys are still working through?
Yeah, our spacing is not at the level it needs to be yet, but that's to be expected. I mean, obviously we want it to get there as soon as possible. But we're playing a different group this year. We're getting Marvin back into the mix. So we want our corners filled constantly. We want, for the most part, 4 people behind the 3-point line, sometimes 5, depending on what we're in. And we have to understand, that when we have mismatches, because we are playing some big guys that, you don't need to run to the post to take advantage of a mismatch. We can still flow, run some offense, get the type of shot we want. And then if we have mismatches, offensive rebounds are available as well. So there's a lot of teaching going on still. But I am very pleased with our overall effort and commitment to eeach other so far in the early season. And then these are things where we have to just keep drilling, keep showing film on. It's challenging, right? Since we left Denver, maybe we've had 1 practice, and so a lot of it is just with film work. And then during games, having to learn. Like I said, we're going to be learning on the go all season. We even did a little bit of film today on that last Phoenix game, which I normally hate doing, but it has to get done with the way the schedule is going to be this season. So it's a work in progress.
Jason Anderson.
Hi, Luke. Two-part question with the bigs. How much do you like what you're seeing with Marvin and Rashawn together? I know that was a question coming into the season. So what do the early results tell you there? And then with regard to Whiteside, he's at about 14 minutes a game so far. Is that about right for him, or do you anticipate maybe those minutes go up a little bit depending on his conditioning or situations or whatever?
Yeah, I think the Marvin and Rashawn together has been relatively good. We've gotten off to some good starts so far. I think it's helping us rebound. It's helping us defend. Being able to be a little more versatile with our switching. So there's some give and take, right? I think obviously when Belly's out there starting, there's more space and more shooting. But the both starts against Phoenix were pretty good for us. And Hassan is, he came off the calf injury for most of training camp, so he's working himself back into shape, and you'll see his minutes go up. And I would expect, when he's impacting games the way he has been, as he continues to get in better shape, we'll continue to play him.